Hi, in this video I will walk you through the ultimate budget spreadsheet template to show you how to set it up and track your finances. At the bottom of the screen you will see the different tabs that are included in the spreadsheet. There is the Instructions and Setup tab where you will find everything you need to get started. The Transaction log is where you will record your expenses and income. The Annual Dashboard gives you a view of your budget for the entire year. You will also have a dedicated budget tab for each month, allowing you to track your finances in detail. There is Bank Account tab to keep track of your balances across different accounts. Bill Calendar tab helps you track your bills and subscription payment due dates. The Saving Dashboard tab provides an overview of your savings goals and progress. The Debt Dashboard tab allows you to plan and track your debt repayment journey. The Net Worth tab provides a clear overview of your financial health by calculating your total assets minus liabilities. The Investment Calculator tab helps you estimate potential returns on your investments, enabling you to make informed financial decisions. It is important to keep the sheet names as they are, since some formulas rely on them to function correctly. To keep things working correctly, most formula cells are protected so that you don't accidentally change something important. If you see a warning message, it just means that cells shouldn't be edited. Also, try not to move the cells around, as it could mess up how the spreadsheet works. Before you begin using the spreadsheet, there is one important step, is to run the macro. The spreadsheet includes built-in macro. To ensure everything works correctly, you will need to activate it before getting started. To do this, go to the Extensions menu, click on App Script, and then run the script. When you do this, you will see the pop-up asking for authorization. Click Review Permission, select your Google account, and then you will see the warning message from Google, stating that the app hasn't been verified. Go ahead and click Advanced. Then go to and the file name. You will need to grant access to your Google account for the script to run correctly. Once you have allowed it the access, you will see the execution log showing the code running in real time. After that, you can close the script tab and return to the spreadsheet setup. Firstly, go to the Setup tab. All of this information that you set up in this tab will be used in the rest of the spreadsheet. You will see the list of categories such as income, bills, expenses, savings, debt, and investments. You can change the names to fit your financial needs. Write the names of the subcategories. For the income, you might want to include sources like your paycheck or a side hustle. For the bills, you want to enter something like rent or internet. Let's enter subcategories for other key sections like expenses, savings, debt, and investments. Next, it's time to enter your bank accounts. List the name of all your accounts and select the type, whether it is cash, checking account, saving account, or credit account. Enter the starting balances for each one. Next, we will set up the savings goal tracker. Select the start date. This will be the start date of saving money towards your goals. The savings goals name will be automatically populated based on the subcategories that you have entered in the first table. You can track up to 15 different goals at once. For each goal, enter your target amount, your starting balance. If you are just starting, you can enter 0. Your planned monthly contributions. Let's set up that information. Firstly, select your start date using the pop-up calendar. This will be the start date of your debt repayments. The names of the debt will be automatically populated. Enter details for each of your debt, including initial balance, minimum payment, and interest rate. If you are not sure about any of these details, it is important to check your bank statement or loan account to make sure you are entering the most accurate information. The tracker uses details to create the repayment schedule and help you see exactly how long it will take to become debt-free. If you want to use the investment calculator to understand the potential growth of your investments, you need to enter the required setup information. Select your start date using the pop-up calendar. The date sets the foundation for your investment plan. Next, enter your investment horizon, the period over which you plan to grow your investments. Now it's time to add details about your investments. You will enter the name for each investment so that you can easily track them later. Next, input your initial investment amount, the money you are starting with. Next, add the estimated annual rate of return, which reflects the expected percentage of growth. Finally, enter the amount of your plan to contribute each month to keep building your investments over the time. This spreadsheet is designed to handle multiple investments, allowing you to track up to 10 at once. Once setup is complete, you will be ready to start working on the transaction step. Every time you spend money, pay bill or receive income, you will need to log it here. To add transactions, simply double-click the date field and select the correct date from the pop-up calendar. The months will automatically populate. Then choose the category from the drop-down list. These categories are already set up based on what you entered in the Setup tab. Next, select the subcategory, pick the bank account used for the transaction, and enter the amount. Once you have logged all transactions, the data will instantly update across all other tabs. There are 12 monthly budget tabs. You can start at any month you want. Let's review the sections of January tab. At the top of the tab, you will find the selected months. Based on the month, all transactions from this month will automatically populate. If you have any leftover money from the previous month, you can enter it as your starting balance. The categories and subcategories such as income, bills, expenses, savings, debt, and investments will already be filled based on what you set up in the Setup tab. Now for each subcategory, it's time to enter the planned budget. This represents how much you expect to allocate for each expense and how much income you expect to earn. The actual amount spent will be pulled directly from the transaction log. As soon as you enter your planned amount, the chart comparing your planned versus actual spending will fill out. At the top of the page, you will also see the financial summary, displaying your total income, total expenses, debt payments, savings, and investment for each month. The cash flow summary table will give you a quick snapshot of your finances, showing you total income, total expenses, and how much money is left to spend. If you don't use up all your funds, the remaining balance will be rolled into the next month. Once you've filled out all 12 months, the annual dashboard will give you the complete overview of the year. Here you will see your total income, total bills and expenses, total savings and investment. You will also see where the most of your money has gone. The charts will visually break down where your money went, allowing you to understand your financial habits. In the yearly overview table, you will get the clear picture of your financial journey throughout the year, including your starting and ending balances. If you didn't spend all of your money, you will see how much was left to spend and rolled over into the following months. The next step in the spreadsheet is the Bank Accounts tab. This is where you will get the comprehensive overview of all your accounts, including their names, types, and starting balances, all of which were entered earlier in the Setup tab. This tab keeps account balances updated in the real time. Every transaction you log in will be used to calculate your current balance. Deposits and withdrawals will be categorized automatically based on the type of your bank account. If you have a checking account, every deposit recorded under the income category in the transaction log will be reflected here as incoming funds. If it is credit account, deposits will represent the debt payments, pulling data from the transactions categorized under debt. Similarly, savings account deposits will include all transactions categorized under savings, while investment account deposits will be pulled from the investment category. Withdrawals, on the other hand, represent any expenses or payments made from these accounts, reducing the available balance accordingly. This step also allows you to manage money transfers between your accounts. If you move your funds from one account to another, for example, from your checking to your savings account, you simply log the transaction here. Enter the date, select the account you are withdrawing from, and the account you are depositing into, and the amount. Once recorded, the balance will be updated to reflect the transfer. At a glance, you will also know exactly where your money is sitting. The visual representation of your account balances is included, helping you to see the bigger picture of your finances at any moment. The savings dashboard provides a clear and comprehensive overview of your savings goals and progress. You don't need to enter anything here. Everything updates automatically. All savings goals, along with their target amounts, start dates, and planned monthly contributions, are automatically populated based on the data entered in the Setup tab. Your actual monthly contributions are calculated in the real time using the recorded transactions from the Transaction Log tab. Right at the top, you will see the summary of your total savings, including the total goal amount, your starting balance, the total amount you have saved so far, and how much is left to reach your targets. You will also see how many goals you have fully achieved. For each goal, there is a breakdown showing the goal amount, the total saved so far, how much is left, and an estimated completion date based on your current contributions. The dashboard also calculates your progress percentage so that you can see exactly how close are you to reaching your financial milestones. The dashboard will estimate how many months it will take to reach your goal, based on the current savings habits. And you can also see the overall progress on all goals. The dashboard updates automatically, making it easy to track your savings progress at a glance. The Debt Dashboard tab generates a debt repayment schedule for you, based on what you have entered in the Setup tab and in the Transaction Log tab. If you stay committed to the plan, you will be able to pay off your debt on schedule, just as planned. In this step, you will need to choose a debt payoff strategy. The snowball method prioritizes paying off debt with the smallest balance first, regardless of interest rates. The avalanche method prioritizes paying off debts with the highest interest rate first. Let's choose the snowball method, and you will see how the debt will be sorted from the smallest balance to largest. You can also make an extra payment. This step is completely optional, but if you have an extra fund to put towards your debt, enter the amount in the extra payment column. Sometimes you will need to lower the payment for the month, just enter the negative amount, and the spreadsheet will adjust accordingly. Let's add an extra $100 to accelerate debt payments. Since we are using the snowball method, extra payment will go towards paying off the smallest debt first. Here is how it works. The minimum payment for the first debt is $50. With the additional $100, the total payment becomes $150. Once the first debt is fully paid off, the entire $150, which includes the original $50 minimum payment and $100 extra payment, is rolled into the next smallest debt. This means the second debt's new payment will be $250. It is $100 minimum payment plus $150 carried over from the first debt. When the second debt is paid, that $250 rolls into the third debt, increasing its payment amount and speeding up the repayment process. This continues until all debts are paid off, creating a snowball effect where your payments grow as each debt is paid. For each debt, you can see the approximate debt-free date. In the Overview section, you can see the current debt balance. For each month, you will see updated projected balance that reflects your progress in paying off debt. In the debt repayment table, track how much you have paid so far and how much you still owe. based on the payment recorded in the transaction log. The next step is Bill Calendar tab. Firstly, scroll down to the bill log table where you will input all your bills. Simply enter the due date, bill name and amount. Make sure to log each bill for every month, so that they will show up properly in the calendar. Let's add, for example, a few bills like rent, internet, utilities and insurance. To begin with, you will set up your month and year, and the calendar will automatically update. You can also choose whether you want to start the week from the Monday or Sunday. You will see the monthly bills table, which pulls data directly from the bill log table based on your chosen month and year. When the bill is paid, simply check the checkbox and your progress will be reflected in the progress bar at the top. This will give you a clear overview of what has been paid and what is still due. Just a small note, when switching the months, be sure to uncheck the checkboxes, since this part cannot be automated. This tracker allows you to track up to 8 bills per day. But if you need more, feel free to reach out and I will be happy to customize it for you. You will also see your weekly expenses, helping you to keep an eye on how much you are spending throughout the month. And finally, at the top, there is a comprehensive summary that gives you a quick snapshot of your finances. You will see your total bill amount, the amount you have already paid, the remaining balance, and even the count of how many bills have been paid. The next step is Investment Calculator tab. Once you set up everything in the Setup tab, there is no need to enter anything here. All calculations will be done automatically. The first section is the overview of all your investments. For each investment, you will be able to see the projected end balance, which tells you how much your investment will be worth at the end of your investment horizon. You will also see the total contributions you have made over time. To help visualize your progress, this tab includes built-in graphs and charts that display the growth of your investments over time. The investment table provides a summary of your results, including the final balance, total contributions, and total interest earned for each investment. Additionally, the bar chart offers a clear visual representation of financial balance and rate of return, making it easy to see how each investment is performing. The next step is Net Worth Dashboard. This tab does not update automatically, so that you will need to enter all data manually. Now, before you start adding your assets and liabilities names, firstly select the start date from the pop-up calendar. You can start from any month. For example, let's say I want to start from the January 2025. The sheet now will display automatically the next 12 consecutive months, all the way to the December 2025. Now let's set your net worth goal for the year. For example, let's say I want to reach $100,000 in net worth by the end of the year. Once I start adding the assets and liabilities, the tracker will automatically show my progress. Next, what you need to do is to add your assets and liabilities. I have divided the assets into 4 different categories: cash and bank accounts, investments, properties, and other assets. The liabilities into the 3 different categories: credit card debt, long-term debts and loans, and other liabilities. You can rename all these categories however you like. For each category, you can add up to 10 different subcategories. If you have more than 10, you can easily insert some additional rows. Let's start by adding some assets under cash and bank accounts. Let's add Chase checking account, JP Morgan checking account, savings account, and emergency fund. Let's enter the starting balances from the previous year. If you don't have previous data, simply enter 0 and move on to entering values for January. As we continue adding data, the subtotal for each category and grand total for all assets will update automatically. Just like we did for the assets, let's enter some liabilities. like MasterCard credit card, American Express credit card, student loan, and business loan. We will also add the starting balances and the first month's values. Immediately, we will see our net worth growth, which updates as we continue entering data for more months. Once you have filled out multiple months, the net worth by month table will show how your assets are increasing or decreasing, how your liabilities are evolving. The bar chart will give you a clear visual representation of your net worth growth over time. You will also see the overview of your assets and liabilities distributions. That is everything you need to know to use the ultimate budget spreadsheet template. If you have any questions, feel free to drop the comment or send me a message. I have included my contact info in the description below. Thank you for watching.